Dear participants, the resource person for our second technical session is Mr. Dhanvantri Prakash Tripathi. He will be speaking on research data management with reference management tool Mandalay. Mr. Dhanvantri Prakash, he is a postgraduate in library and information sciences. He has 19 years of experience in managing IT resources in the libraries. Presently, he is working at NIT Jalandhar in the capacity of a deputy librarian. He is also a recipient of the Commonwealth Fellowship in 2016 and completed the same at University of East London, UK. Mr. Tripathi has expertise in providing training on open source solutions for libraries and has been giving training throughout the country and abroad as well. He's maintaining his own platform in the form of website www.dptripathi.com for sharing the information and knowledge with library professionals. He has published 2 books and many articles in national journals and conferences. Dr. Tripathi, thank you so much for joining us. You may start with your presentation.
Thank you, madam. Thank you very much for your warm welcome. I, first of all, a very happy evening to one and all present in this virtual session. I am expressing my sincere thanks to management and everyone involved in this virtual activity for having given me this opportunity to to interact with the galaxy of intellectuals and allow me to talk on the topic relevant to research, that is the research data management with reference manager that is called Mandalay. So with your kind permission, I would like to start the session.
Sir, please.
Thank you, madam. As I understand that the target audience is mostly the research scholar and the faculty. And considering that, I would like to focus on some of the very important point which we require or which we need to understand when we do the research work, especially when we start any research work. So we come across many documents, and those documents we need when we compile them as our intellectual output. I mean to say that when we compile them and bring out as a research output or research writing or proposal. So we come across many situations, we come across many difficulties in arranging all those documents, and if we do it manually. So at the same time, we have an opportunity to compile all the document or manage all the document with the help of any available tool, which is free of cost, or sometimes it means many are of open access in nature, and some of them are freely available. So those tools are very, very helpful, and they can help us to maintain our document in a proper way so that we can write our research writing without any difficulty. So today's session, I will be talking about that. I will first start with the PPT, and there I will try to give brief introduction about the software which we are going to discuss today, that is the Mandalay, what it is and why it is important, what are the different features available with it, and then I will demonstrate practically. I will show you that how we can manage our resources, how we can arrange our document, and how we can allow in-text citation in our research writing. So let me share my screen first. I guess my PPT is visible to you all.
No, sir, not yet.
Sir, now
Is
it
it
is
not
visible.
visible?
Sir,
Now it's
now.
visible.
Is it visible now?
Sir, no,
Yes,
not
yes,
yet.
you are visible.
Okay, thank you very much for confirming. Yeah, so the topic which we are going to discuss, research data management or research writing and reference management with Mendeley. So I will be throwing the light on the 11 steps which we consider when we do writing, research writing. And perhaps I understand that many speakers, they might have spoken already about how to do the, means how we can write a research paper, or how we can do the research literature review, and take means all of them in research proposal. So some of the points I will quickly skip, and I will just jump to the main portion, that is the Mandalay. Basically, Mandalay is a company which is based in London, UK, which provides products and services for academic researcher, and it is known for its reference
Sir,
and
your
measure.
PPT is not visible.
Okay, let me share again. 1 minute, I will just, I think it is disconnected. So now I hope it is visible. Is it visible now? Any of
Yes, sir.
you?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
yes,
Yes,
sir.
Anything?
Yes,
sir. Yes, sir.
yes,
Okay,
sir.
thank you. So I was just mentioning that I will be touching upon the 11 steps which we require at the time of research writing or research proposal preparation. So I will quickly go through all these points one by one, and then uh, I will jump to the Mendeley practically. So let me start with the points which we consider when we do the research writing. Any research proposal or any research writing starts with the selection of the topic. Suppose I am doing any research work, I am going, or I am thinking to start any research work on the any area. So I need to think about the topic first. And sometimes when we start just thinking, or we are ready that, okay, let me start my research work. So the topic which we select, sometimes it is not, you can say, the appropriate in nature. Why? Because if I talk about library automation, so library automation is a very big and wide area. It can have multiple, you can say, the entity, or it can have the multiple branches I can focus on. Like I can write what is the status of library automation in India. I can write what are the different software available for library automation worldwide, or I can write what are the different open source software available for library automation. So if I'm just giving one example, that if I take the library automation itself, it has multiple, you can say, I can have the different, I can narrow the topic in the different shape, and I can give the different shape to my research proposal. So when we select the topic, it may be what exactly you are going to do, or sometimes if it is not appropriate, then we have to narrow the topic. I mean to say that you need to focus on the relevant point, which is you are going to do. So these 2 points are very, very important when we start research. Selecting the topic, and then thinking about the topic, whether it is going to meet my objective of the research or not. Because what happens, I have personally experienced, and I also have seen professionals writing the papers. When they start writing, somewhere they just deviate themselves from the hypothesis or the objective of the research. And ultimately, when they reach after collecting the data, when they start data analysis, so what happens, whatever the hypothesis they have formulated, or whatever the objective they have created at the time of preparing to start writing your research proposal. So the exact data collection, what they have collected, does not meet your hypothesis. So we need to understand that what the topic I have taken, it is going to meet my objective and hypothesis. Otherwise, your result is going to be not accurate, and it will deviate you from the exact output what you are looking for, or you have planned to just find the output from your research work. The third very important point, that is the searching the different resources, different sources, because these days, due to the advent of technology, we have used, you can say, we have ocean of the resources. And I can say that we are living in the age of information explosion, and we have to be very, very careful in selecting the sources. So when we just decided that, okay, let me start the writing the research, so I need to think, we have to think that what are the different resources available which I can approach for getting the document, and that we call as a literature review. Some of the people, they call it as a literature review, or reviewing the literature. So we have to find the document from the different sources, then read and take notes. Next step in writing the research proposal. Many times it happens that you might have heard that people they talk that the research writing has this much similarity, or the content is not appropriate, or the content has similarity with another the paper which already has been written by some other authors. So it happens only because if we do not give proper attention in reading and taking note from the search document. So what happens? Sometimes means we become lazy, or to compile our idea, and simply we copy and paste. Please don't mind, I'm not saying to anyone particularly. Just I am giving the example that people, they do simply they read, they do not read, they do not take note from the selected research or whatever the document they have explored. Simply they find, okay, it is relevant, okay, let me copy and paste and give the reference. To some extent, it is not the exact method of writing. It means you are not justifying, or you are not doing the justice with your research work which you are carrying on. So here we have to be very careful. Give time. Any research paper if you're writing, so it needs some involvement, your intellectual involvement. You are supposed to read so that you can find the research gap. What are the researches already have been done by the previous researcher, and on the same topic, what you are going to start with. So these two, when you compare, so you find the research gap, and that gap will allow you to find the data and do the data analysis to get the new output. So here the fourth step is very, very important, and that will help you to create the outline, that what will be my outline, because by this time, by reading and taking note from the different literature which you have already got, it will allow you, or it will give you an opportunity to just create the outline, and that outline will means enable you to write your draft roughly. I mean to say that when you created the outline, you start writing and prepare the rough draft, so that you will get an idea that exactly the topic which I selected, and the literature which I got, the gap which I found, the document which I explored, and the notes which I collected, all these things are in a proper shape through my draft. Seventh step is the in-text citation. See, any author, whoever is, whether you, me, or anyone else in the world, whoever does the work deserve respect, deserve credit. So never forget to give proper citation to those the documents which you are citing, referring in your research writing or research proposal. So you ensure that the proper credit goes to the particular author who has already done a lot of work on the same topic which you have decided to carry on, or you have decided to write on the same topic. Then up to this, you will be able to write the reference page, and here the Mendeley comes in the picture for in-text citation and reference page that I will be demonstrating. After completing this, you revise and rewrite, see, check all the points whether it is up to the level or not. If it is up to the level, then you just do the final proofreading and submit wherever you are supposed to do that. So these 11 steps we need to follow when we do any research work or write any research proposal. So next we are going to jump to Mendeley. for point number 7 and point number 8, that is the in-text citation and reference page. Why do we need Mendeley, or why do we need any software? That is a question. See, as I mentioned, for the point number 3, that when we decided the topic, we are supposed to explore the resources from the different sources. And sometimes we, as I mentioned, that we are living in the age of information explosion. So we may get thousands of documents. And just imagine that suppose you are arranging all of them manually and giving proper citation to your research work, every line or whatever the content you have taken, and preparing the bibliography of all those documents which you have mentioned in your citation. It is going to be very, very difficult. Whatever the citation style you are going to follow, it is going to be very, very difficult for any researcher. It is going to kill your time, honestly speaking. So due to the advent of different tools, this work becomes very easy. If we properly manage all those documents which we have searched and properly add them to our any reference manager library. So here the reference we can prepare as per the any citation style with the help of tool. Also we can cite the different sources in your document. So I will take you to next slide now. That is, we are going to talk about the Mendeley. So I was talking about the Mendeley is a company which is based in London, UK, and it is responsible for providing different products and services for the researcher throughout the globe. It is widely known for its reference manager, used to manage and share research paper, and also the general bibliographies for scholarly articles. Originally, it was written by 3 authors from Germany, Paul Faulkner, Victor Henning, and Jan Rechet. And initially, it was launched in August 2008. But later in 2013, it was taken over by Elsevier. I mean, Elsevier, a very renowned company in the field of journal and means publication. So they took over, they purchased this, and since 2013, the Mendeley is the product of Elsevier. You can get the stable latest release from the website www.mendeley.com, and there are many features in this. It is available in the for Mendeley desktop also. I mean to say that it is available in 2 different versions. First, you can directly do whatever you want in the web browser. The second, you can download the software and install it in your computer. And then you can also have in the cross platform like Mac or Linux. There you can install and you can work. It also supports or gives opportunity to import the data through your web browser. I will show you that how you can install the browser extension and imports different metadata from the different full text articles which you discover on the web. And then it will allows you to cite the detail with the help of Microsoft Word. Why did I mention Microsoft Word? Because Microsoft Word is a very famous application. I think most of the people who use computer, they use this software only, but it is not limited to Microsoft Word. It can also allow you to use the Linux, this LibreOffice, which will have the similar feature for maintaining the bibliography and references. It will also allow to create this one group, public group and private group, where you can share your document so that other researchers, they can participate and they can give their opinion to just conclude your research work. So it has more than 90 million records. See, I want your attention here. We do a lot of searching when we write any paper. So I strongly suggest, especially the researcher or the people who are involved in research writing, to have a look about the Mandalay Catalog, which is a crowdsourced index of scholarly articles. and it has more than 90 million unique records. You can, I'll demonstrate that how you can get the record from there. So you will get lot of input for your research writing, and lot more it has. Let us go and see how we can use it. So we will be just going through the overview which I mentioned in the PPT. I'm going to demonstrate that how you can download and install and do the registration, then how you can add the document to Mendeley library from your local drive, from your folder, from your watch folder, how you can do the literature search in Mendeley, how you can use and suggest option to add in Mendeley, and lot many more. So I just close this PPT and I come back to my this browser and go to browser and type the address mendeley.com, www.mendeley.com. When I click this in the browser, you can notice here that this is the home page of Mendeley. And you can notice here there is a search box. I gave you 90 million, but now it has crossed 100 million cross publisher article and counting. Let me show you before I begin with demonstration of Mendeley. Let me show you how I get the document. Suppose I throw library automation. Let me give one keyword and search and see how I get the result from this Mendeley catalog. I get 6,471 records, and some of them are open access in nature. So I'll be getting the PDF also. Some of them are commercial, means it is subscription based. So I will be getting the metadata. And the best part of this record is that directly I can add to my Mendeley library. So benefit will be that I'll be getting the metadata, and if I find this article suitable for my research work, so this metadata will be helpful for my in-text citation and preparing the bibliography. Left side you can see it is also giving you the filtration where you can have the filter year-wise, document type. If you're looking particular journal-wise, that also is possible, author-wise. And if you are looking only open access, so you can see if I check this open access, so it will show me all those documents which are open access in nature. I mean to say that you will be getting the PDF also along with the metadata. So such documents are 1,348. The purpose of demonstrating this is only to let you know that this is also an option where you can get thousands of document and metadata record on any topic which you are looking for your research. Let me give another example. For example, I give nanotechnology. Let us see how does it throw the record. If I give nanotechnology, it is giving the record 41,280. So you see, this is simple catalog. It is very similar to Google, but the best part is that it contains the cross-publisher article from different publisher, and it will give you the metadata detail. So it is going to be very, very helpful for your research work. So I strongly suggest those who are working on the research or different topic or looking for the literature on different idea or different topics, so they can take advantage of this Mendeley catalog. Okay, let us begin the other options available in Mendeley. On the top, you can see there are some options available: solution, support, sign in, create account, and download. So first of all, I need to create one account if I want to use Mendeley. So I go to create account, and here I am supposed to do the registration. I enter my email ID. I just type here and click on continue. When I click on continue, it will ask me to provide the password. Why it is asking? Because already I have created the account, so it is asking. Otherwise, it will be asking you to provide your name, provide your designation, provide your research area, and then it will allow you to add the password, and then you can log in and enter. So let me enter here. I simply added the password to the login, and now I'm inside the Mandalay web dashboard. Mind here, please pay attention. This is my Mandalay web dashboard. I'm not in the Mandalay desktop. It is my Mandalay web dashboard. So whatever the work I do in the offline mode, everything I can do here in the online, means web dashboard. So why it is beneficial, web dashboard? It synchronizes it. Whatever the data you add to offline mode, it gets synchronized and it will remain available in your web dashboard. The benefit is that if you're going across, means you are not with your laptop or desktop at home and you are somewhere else, you can log in just like your Gmail account or any the account which we use, and you can browse your resources anywhere in the world. So here we will not discuss about the web dashboard. We will be straightway, we will be going to discuss the Mendeley desktop, and I suggest those who are going to use Mendeley to use it in the offline mode. Why? Because there you will get lot of option to do with each. So that will give you more opportunity to work easily. So I just log out, and again I am in the home page of Mendeley. So here I can see on the top there is a button download. If I click on this, you see there it comes download now for Windows, and also it gives you for Mac OS and also for Linux. So you can download accordingly. If I click on this, it will download, and then you need to install it. Since I have already installed, let me log out here. I will just sign out. It is downloaded. Once it is downloaded, it is very simple to install, just like any other application. You are supposed to double click on your Mendeley downloaded software, that is the exe file if you are installing it in the window. I just click here and it will ask me to install. I just select next, 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 and it will get installed in the software. Here, once I install this, it will ask me to run the Mendeley reference software, and when I click on finish, it will open my Mendeley software. And here you have to be careful. Here it will open like this. Now I have to give the same user ID and password which I created. I enter here and click on sign in. Once I click on sign in, it will take me inside the software. See, now I am inside the software and it looks like this. Basically it is in the three pane in the sense of three column, you can understand. The first two column means first column is divided into top and bottom call this one portion. Middle one, that is the second column, you can say, and third one is the column where we will see the metadata portion. So let me tell you one by one. After that we will see how it works. On the top you can see there are few options, that is file, edit, view, tools, in which file is very important. You can see there are four options: add file, add folder, watch folder, add enter manually. Now you may be thinking that what is the use of this software? So let me tell you, as we were discussing in the PPT, there I discussed that we do lot of literature search, and the document which we collect in the form of PDF or Word file or PPT, we keep all of them in a means one folder. We are supposed to keep in one folder. Those documents we will attach and keep in Mendeley library. The benefit will be that this library will allow us to create the in-text citation in our Word document. And also, it will allow us to create the bibliography as per the citation style, any citation style. So let me, I did some literature search and I kept here in the folder. You see my folder is like this. And I am supposed to add here. So the very, yeah.
Alia, please mute your microphone, Alia.
Okay.
Alia, please mute your microphone.
Okay, so here I go to file, I click on add file. When I click on add file, so it is very similar to other application where we just see the file where it is kept in my computer. I select the folder and I select the file and click on open. It get attached to my, like I'm using Gmail or any other document. It is very similar to that. See, now the document has been added to my Mendeley library, the first document. So if I select this, you can see at the right side, it is checking and also it is asking me to review this document, whether it is correct or not. Why it is asking? Because it finds that this document is not as per the standard. Whatever the citation style you are going to follow, that is the different thing. But before that, the document which you are going to add to Mendeley library, it says that it is not as per the standard. I mean to say that it does not have the proper metadata standard. You can see it is asking to verify. Okay, I give the confirm it that okay, this document is correct. When I click on correct, it will display all the relevant metadata fields. Author, year, pages, abstract, tags, keywords, search, all these tags. These are the fields, metadata fields. These fields are automatically extracted when you submit any document to your Mendeley library. This is a very good feature. So benefit is when we do the in-text citation with Mendeley, only these fields will help us to add the proper whatever the metadata we are looking for. Suppose I use API style, so author name, year of publication, title, in which journal it was published, what was the number of pages, year of publication, and if there is any other relevant information. So it depends on the metadata which is available with the submitted document. So please be careful. If it is not available, the proper metadata is not available, so you have one option of adding the metadata manually. For example, here I can add here manually this metadata detail. How many, what are the number of pages? If abstract, you can leave because this is not good, but you can very well mention if you want. You can add the tagging. Tagging I will explain after adding two more documents. Then I'll explain what is the benefit of tagging. Author keywords, then city, edition, editor, all these you can add manually if it is not available. Most of the time when we download any document from any renowned publisher like Elsevier, Taylor Francis, Emerald, Springer, any, so you will find the metadata ready. There you will not find missing any, means metadata missing in the document. But if you have downloaded any document from internet, so there is a possibility that the document may not contain the metadata. Okay, let's go and attach another document to Mendeley library. So I again go to file, and this time I'm not going to add one single file. I will click on add folder and I will locate my folder where I kept. I'll just see that the folder, and I select the particular folder and simply click on OK. So what will happen, all the PDF which are added to my folder, all the PDF files will get attached to my Mendeley library. And if I select one by one, you see metadata. The second file, it has metadata like it was published in this journal, in this year, volume number, issue, pages, abstract, all the details. If I select the third one, it also has the metadata. If I select the fourth one, so it does not have the full metadata. So I guess that you understood the concept of adding the document from these two options, add file and add folder. Now the third one is very, very useful for a regular researcher who keep writing or involved always in research work, and also for them who got the document after 10 days, another document on the similar topic. See, in the first attempt, we got 100 documents and we attached all of them to this Mendeley library. Now, there is a situation that after 10 days, I got 10 more documents and I need to add them in the Mendeley library. So there is an option that I click add file and add one by one manually, or I can assign the watch folder and simply I copy and paste in that folder. So what will happen, that next time when I add any document to that watch folder, automatically all the newly added PDF will get added to my Mendeley library. So my work will be easy. I will not have to drag it one by one, or I will not have to remember that what are the files not added to that. Anytime if I add anything to this folder, automatically the PDF file will get added to my Mendeley library. The fourth option, that is the add entry manually. This is for that situation where we do not have the PDF file and I am supposed to add the metadata. These are the document type which I can choose here. Suppose I am adding the metadata for any book. So I can add the title, author, year, pages, abstract, tags, keywords, and blah, whatever the fields available here. And I can add here metadata. So these are the different methods to add the document to our Mendeley library. Now the next I'm going to show you, that is an important thing here, that after adding, left side you see there are two panes, up and down. In the up option you have some already available options which will allow you to keep your record intact. See, if I click on all documents, so it will show me all the added document in my Mendeley library. If I click on recently added, it will show me all those documents since I added just now, so it is showing all. But after 10 days or 15 days, you add few more documents, so you can have a filter by clicking on recently added, so it will show you only those documents which you added recently. Recently read, you see it is coming blank. Why? Because I added the document, but I did not read any of them. I have not yet read any of them, that's why it is coming blank. And one very important thing I would like to mention here, one very good, please mute yourself.
Chetna Mahajan, please mute your microphone.
Here, this is very, very important feature you can have in Mendeley. That is, Mendeley works as a PDF reader also. So the document which I have added to this Mendeley text library, if I double click on the document, you will notice that this document is open in the Mendeley itself as a PDF viewer. And you can scroll it, and you can also select the portion which you are going to add to your research paper or research file. Suppose I find this particular area I'm going to add in introduction. So I can select, and you see the moment I release my mouse, it gives me option to highlight this text. So if I click on that, it gets highlighted. If I want to change the color on the top, you can see there are different colors. Let's say this will change to pink color. If you want to change, so you can change to pink color. Perhaps I have, oh, highlighter color I have not changed. You see here, you see it has changed to pink color. Likewise, you can also add the annotation. Suppose I selected these particular text and I want to annotate it, so I can add the annotation that this portion I am going to add in introduction. So what will happen, suppose I am going through 100 documents, there is a possibility that I will not be able to remember everything after going one by one all the document. There will be possibility that I may forget. So next time when I open the document, this particular annotation will help me. When I click, I will understand, yes, this portion I thought I read it and I decided to add in my research work in the introduction area. Similarly, if I go down, I select this portion and I give annotation that this I will be adding in my methodology. So likewise, you can add the annotation to just have a proper, you can say, just like a bookmark, so that next time when you open the document, this will remain as it is. And by clicking on the annotation, you can see that this particular area I read it and decided that this is going to be in my introduction, this is going to be in my methodology, or wherever you want in the research work. So you see, this Mandalay also works as a PDF viewer, which also allows you to have your notes in that. You see, next time again I open, so my annotation is there. It means it did not get deleted and it remains with the file. Okay, so now let me come back to the option. Now if I click on recently read, you see one file it is showing. It means out of all 4 documents available in my Mendeley library, one document I have read just now. And if I just open another one and open the second document, and again I go to recently read, so it will show 2 documents. So it is one kind of filter which you can easily use to have a you can say better understanding by seeing that these 2 documents I have read it. Now let's move to the someone has not muted his mic. I request please mute your mic so that it does not disturb others. When you have any questions, so you can unmute and ask. Please check yourself.
Dear participants, please, it is requested to mute your microphones, please.
Okay, so the next one is the favorite. It is very simple. Out of the selected documents, sometimes we decide and we find that out of 100, all 100 documents may not be relevant up to the mark. So we decide that out of 100, 2 documents or 10 documents are very appropriate and my favorite document. So I can simply click on a star button, which is just in the row. In the beginning itself, you can find this. So when I click on this favorite option, it will show me all the favorite documents which are very, very important for my literature work, research work. So these options are basically to filter your document, filter your library, and just only see those documents which are valuable to your research work. Next option is the My Publication. My Publication is track your published research. You may publish your article and you can add your article here, which will get added to your Mendeley library, and many people, they will be able to read it. You will have the better citation. It will increase your authors, you can say, popularity, people around the globe will be able to see your publication or the research work which you have done. But it is completely up to you. If you do not add, it is not compulsion or not. It is not going to be compulsory for your in-text citation or bibliography. Basically, it will allow or it will create your or increase your author's popularity among research community. Okay, now I go to who is that not muting the mic? Let me check because it is disturbing. Dear participants, please mute yourself. What is wrong in that? It is unnecessarily creating the disturbance. Okay, I just move to the next option. See here, there is a folder, create folder. It may happen, let me delete this so it will be more clear to you. Create folder is just one kind of, you can say, filter, creating filter, or to have a better understanding or better maintenance of your record. See, I got 100 documents and all of them may not be, means if I memorize, I cannot do that. Or at the same time, I can work on two different paper. So what I do, I create two, this one folder. First folder name I give library automation. Second folder name I give, for example, digitization. And what will happen, suppose if I go to all document, my all document will be visible in this library. But I want these two in library automation and these two in their digitization folder. So simply I am supposed to just select, drag it and drop it to your the folder which you have decided. So I select, drop it to library automation. Third one I select to digitization and drop it in the digitization folder. Now if I click on the folder, so what will happen? It will show me the document in the proper folder. You have to simply drag it and drop it to the folder. So if I click on that folder, only those documents which are available in this folder will be visible. If I click on digitization, so only those documents which relates to digitization, it will be visible. So you can have, you can say, the categorization or multiple folder to have the different files. So it will allow you to separate the document as per your requirement, creating the folder. You can also use this as a, suppose all the introduction, all the files which deal with the introduction. So I create the folder introduction and keep all the file in this. I can keep in the methodology, data analysis, literature review, like that. I can create many folder and I can add those documents one by one in different folders. There is another option, that is the group. Group is just like creating a group and adding the people where people can see your document and collaborate in your research work. There are two types of group, private group and public group. Private group will restrict to the member whom you invite to be the part of that group. The public group will be open to be joined by any member, whoever is willing to be the part of your group. So it is very simple. It is not very difficult. So that I will show you in the web dashboard. The down, there are four options, that is the for filtering. Suppose you want to filter by author keyword. So see, all these keywords automatically have been extracted when I added the document to Mandalay library. If I click on any keyword, it will just fetch from the Mandalay library and list here in the Mandalay library. If I click on cataloging, if I click on library software, if I click on OPAC, so it will show me the document here properly. Similarly, there are other options, filter by author. If I am looking for any particular author in the library, so I can select here. So it will show only the relevant document written by or available by that author. If I select on tag, see this is very good option. Tagging is one kind of you can say the feature which allows you to have the better understanding or one subject keyword I can say. Suppose I open this introduction to library and I give here library introduction. And second one I give library automation. Two tag I have created here. Both will be separated by semicolon. You can have as many as you want, but remember to separate it by semicolon. The moment I release my mouse and come out of this, you can see these two documents have been added, tags have been added. The point of adding the tag is here. Sometimes when we add any document and just metadata is extracted, it may not have the tag. And sometimes we want to add some tag for my better understanding or for my making the search easy in future. So I can add the tag to any document which I have added to library, and that will help me to restrict my search from the Mendeley library. Same way, there is a publisher. If I'm looking for all the document by electronic library, so it will list here all the documents added here by electronic library. So these are some very good features available in the Mendeley library. Now let me take you to another option, that is the Mendeley web importer. How you can, so far we have added the document which was available in my computer. Now I am going to show you that suppose I am looking for the document directly from the web browser. So I click on install web importer. I click on install web importer and it will open the web this one browser. Here you can see get web importer for Chrome. I strongly recommend everyone to use Google Chrome, especially when you are using Mendeley. It will allow you to have the proper functioning of the web importer. I click on get web importer for Chrome. Here it will ask you to add the extension to Google Chrome. I click on add to Chrome. It will add the Google Mendeley web importer extension to your Google Chrome browser. Now this web importer will allow you to list all the, see here, this importer, you can say web importer icon is listed just on the top right corner. You see where my mouse pointer is there. Now I just search something. I just Google, and in the Google I type library automation file type :PDF, or suppose I give PPT, whatever you want to give, PDF. So it will only fetch all the PDF available on the topic library automation. So see, there are many documents I found. Suppose let me open this open source library management system core. I have opened this document. It is open. Now I want to add this document to my Mendeley library. So I click on this Mendeley web importer and it will fetch all the, first of all, it will check whether your Mendeley web, this one desktop is ready to be imported. It will ask you to sign in. Just click on sign in. If you are already working in the Mendeley, so it will ask you to add the password. If it asks, you just add the password to just log in, and it will connect to your Mendeley desktop and Mendeley web desk to check. It will show you, just you need to have some patience, and it will show you your user ID at the bottom. And now it will show the metadata, and also it will allow you to add to your library. You see, I select this and it is asking me where you want to add. See, the folder which we created, that also will be visible here. Library automation, you want to add it to literature review. So I add it to not in the group. I simply add to my library. So I just click on add, and this particular document will be adding to Mendeley field. There may be some region. Okay, let's go and search another document. If it is not added, you can download it manually and add it. Now let me take another document so that we will add. Okay, I will take one document which is of any particular journal. Let's say okay, so I just click on web importer. It will show me the possibility also whether the PDF will get added to library or not. So yes, it is available. And now I click on add. Note down the information and knowledge management. Let's go to our Mendeley desktop. Just refresh or click on sync button and see whether that particular document has been added to my Mendeley library or not. You need to wait. Yes, it has come. Information and knowledge management. And now you can notice here, it is not directly allowing me to add to Mendeley library. It is asking me to check the detail. Details are correct, then only you can add. Otherwise, you can reject it. So I click on details are correct. Notice here, this document has proper metadata: title, author, volume, year, issue, pages, abstract, keywords, when it was accessed, and also the ISSN number. It has URL, everything this document has, and also PDF file. If I double click on that, see that PDF also has come to the Mendeley library. So this is the beauty of web importer. You can, if you do not have the document directly, you can search in the web browser and you can directly add to your Mendeley library. Now I'm going to show you check for duplicate. Sometimes it may happen that you can add the same document twice or thrice. So in that case, you can check for duplicate. If any document is added twice, so you can delete it or you can merge it to the original one. So far we do not have the case, so it is not showing. There is a option here. You can add the different fields as per your document type. Sometimes you need some more field. Suppose I want to know that what is the city, country, ISSN number in the journal article. So all these you can add if it is not available. Suppose ISSN I have to add, so I simply click and apply. I can change the file type, document type. Here you can choose your watch folder. You can organize the file if you want to organize to some other place. And okay, now I will show you one very good point here, that citation style. We are this Mendeley has more than 6,000 citation style added already in the Mendeley library, Mendeley desktop. You can choose any one. Suppose I want to use American Sociological Association or American. By default, it is APA. So simply I select and click on use this. So now it is highlighted with the green color. Sometimes we are, suppose someone asks where we are adding or submitting the public paper, it is asking to add as per the IEEE. So I can simply click on use this style. So it is very simple. Simply you need to select and American Psychological Association 7th edition and click on use this style. So now when we add the in-text citation, or we can when we prepare the bibliography, it will be prepared as per the American Psychological Association. Okay, let's click on done. Now let us go to Microsoft Word and let's see that how does it work in the in-text citation. So I suppose that our paper, I open the Microsoft Word, and here you need to check before you open your file. You need to check that you have already installed MS Word plugin. By default, it is installed here because I am using Mendeley, so I have installed. If it is not that, you need to install MS Word plugin in Mendeley. Then you have to open the Microsoft Word. It is opening. Yeah, it has opened now, and my file is ready here. Suppose this is my research file, and I'm adding the in-text citation here. So suppose I kept the cursor here, and now I have to add. So I go to references, and you see, you will find the Mendeley already added to my Microsoft Word. I click on insert citation. I click on insert citation. It will open the search box. I simply type library automation. You see all those documents which are available in my Mendeley library. If my Mendeley library is open, so it will show me all those documents. I simply select and click on OK. Now this will be added directly to the document where I am adding the in-text citation. Now I add second file. For example, again I search library automation. I click on this. I click on OK. Likewise, wherever you want to do whatever the document you have searched and gone through, and you are adding the in-text citation. So you click on insert citation, search the record from the search box, and then you add it to your document. And finally, now I am supposed to prepare the references, because that will come at the end of your file. I type here references, and check here. We are going to prepare the references as per API style. So by default, it has taken. I simply click on insert bibliography. I don't have to do anything. See, my bibliography is ready by single click. It is showing only 3 because I added only 3 documents in this document. Like if you want to add more, you keep adding and it will get updated in your bibliography. Simply you need to add here and your bibliography will be ready. If at any point of time you want to change, for example, I change it to IEEE, you see my bibliography has been changed to as per the IEEE. If I change it to Chicago, it is changing to Chicago style. So it is very easy. Only you need to just properly add the document and ensure that all the metadata fields are added to Mendeley library properly. When you are adding the document, you have to make sure that the proper metadata fields are added properly. Otherwise, it will not give the proper bibliography as per your citation style. So now moving to other option, that is the export. Whatever work you have done, suppose you want to take it to any other software, so you can export it either in the BibTeX format, RIS format, in Note format. Simply select, give the name, and just click on save. Take it, that file, open the software. Suppose you are taking it in the Mendeley from this software. So simply select the file, click the file and click on open. So all the metadata will be added to your Mendeley library. So this is very simple. Another option is that create backup. This backup will take the full backup of Mendeley. For example, I give here automation. I give the file name automation. What it will do, it will take the complete backup of my database, means everything, file, metadata, everything. So in case I format my system and I again restore my backup, so I can directly go to that file which I taken backup and click on open. So everything will get restored in my this Mendeley. So this process basically is important for those. See, it is asking me to log in again because backup has been restored. I logged in, everything has come back to my Mendeley library. So this is the method to take the backup, restore the backup. You can reset Mendeley completely, all these, and also you can check for the update. If you're looking, you can contact for support. You can go to Mendeley website, and you can also learn about the Mendeley desktop version, everything here. So this is very, it is not very difficult, only you need to be little careful when you are working in the Mendeley, especially when you are working the in-text citation and bibliography, because there you need to ensure that you are going to have the proper metadata in every attached file. Otherwise, you will not have the in-text citation and bibliography as per the requirement or as per the citation style you are going to use. Okay, I'm taking you again back to the online web dashboard. Here I am signing in. I go to library. There are some other features available apart from what we discussed so far. You can, in case you are not happy, means with the space given to you, by default, Elsevier or Mendeley gives you 2 GB space in every login. But in case you feel that no, this 2 GB is not enough, so you can go to subscription option in setting, and here you can go to upgrade. It will ask you to pay some nominal charge like $5 per month and give you 5 GB personal library space. So accordingly you can plan. It is up to you. It is not compulsory, but in my opinion, I think 2 GB space is more than enough to complete the research work. But choice is always yours. You need to think about it and then go for it. You can also do some other setting here. So just give it a try, and I hope you will use it and you will find it helpful for your research work. So that's all from my end, and I hope that you all must have enjoyed my session and you must have found the discussion useful, and hope you will be using it for your research work, and you will make your research work easy with the help of Mendeley. So over to you, madam. Once again, I
Thank you
thank
so much, Mr. Tripathi, for this very wonderful, efficient, and methodical presentation. You technically taught us how to use Mendeley, to share and manage our research articles and to generate bibliographies for the same. Thank you so much. Dear
most welcome.
participants, if you have any questions, please ask Mr. Tripathi.
You can, yeah, someone has raised hand. You can, suppose you do not have question right now, so you can also mail me anytime. My email ID is dptripathi79@gmail.com.
Good evening, sir.
So, very good evening. Please go
So
ahead.
I have a question basically. So in Mandalay, if we are searching a research paper and we have searched it, then we are adding the same to the Mandalay,
Yeah,
Mandalay
yes,
desktop or
yes.
that what is called. But
Mendeley
at
library.
times, what happens because this thing is encountered by me that sometimes the complete details are not added to Mandalay. Like for example, the title of the paper comes there, but the
Mhm.
name of the journal is not added, or
I
sometimes other details are missed.
Yes, I already mentioned when I was explaining that sometimes when you download the document from this online, it may happen that it will not have the proper metadata, and that you have to cure it. Cure it means if the journal name is missing, you have to add it manually. That's why I strongly recommend that you download the literature from the authentic source. The journal site is the authentic source. Always try to get the document from the respective journal site. If you are directly downloading it from the Google, Google is the ocean where thousands of people, they upload the document in the domain. It may not have, there is a possibility that it may not have the year of publication, it may not have the proper journal name. So in that case, you are supposed to cure it. If it is not there, and so you add it there in the metadata field, and then you go for the in-text citation or preparation of the bibliography. So you will have the proper bibliography as per your citation style. Yeah, please, hope I answered your query.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome. Yeah, please, anyone else? I can see many people, they have raised their hand. Ranjana Khajekar. Madam, please go ahead. You can ask now. Dr. Junaid Sabir. Yeah, if you have your question ready, please, you go ahead. Or else you can send me mail also. If you are not ready, then you can mail me.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Dr. Tripathi.
Good evening, madam.
I'm Dr. Janal from the Department of English, Amerson College. I'm just with an observation regarding your presentation. Thank you, Dr. Tripathi, for a well-informed lecture. There was no obscurity or ambiguity about the content that you have presented. I'm sure the researchers and students are they're surely going to benefit from Mendeley, as your presentation made it clear that Mendeley can prove a chief reservoir for searching as well as collecting the secondary resources. Thank you once again.
Thank you, madam. Thank you very much.
Dear participants, will be sharing a feedback form on the WhatsApp group and also through chat box. Please fill in the form to help us to improve in future. And also you'll get your certificates, e-certificates by or before 20th of March. And please, bear with us for a few more minutes.
So once again, thanks to all of you for being a very interactive participant and a learner. Wish you all a very happy evening. And thank you again for giving me this opportunity to be the part of this wonderful virtual session on the research related topic. Over to you, madam.
Thank you so much, Mr. Tripathi. We'll be hearing to your lecture in future also. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
As the virtual FDP on tools and techniques, which was organized by Amerson College, Srinagar, in collaboration with Cape Comorin Trust, Tamil Nadu, as the FDP is successfully over, my thanks are due to the Chief Patron, Professor Dr. Koyum Hussain, Vice Chancellor of Cluster University, Srinagar, Patron, Professor Bashir Ahmed Rathar, Principal, Amerson College, Srinagar, Co-Patron, Dr. R.S. Regin Sylvest, Coordinators, Dr. Ghazala Gayas, and Dr. Mukhtar Ahmed Bhatt. My thanks are also due to all the resource persons and all the executive members. I also say thanks to all the participants for being and bearing with us throughout. I hope we all have positively learned from this FDP and surely, and we hope and expect such programs will be organized in the future also. Thank you so much all. Thank you. Take care.